Oh, I stopped getting lip filler and I just brush my lips every morning with my toothbrush. Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, I want to talk about beauty products that I no longer buy. I did a video recently talking about holy grails in the beauty space, and I asked you for a lot of your holy grails, and I had mentioned in that video like the ride or die makeup tag, and I thought it would be fun to look back again at the ride or die tag and some of the older videos that I was doing, some of the makeup products that I was buying and trying and wearing really consistently, and think about where I am today in my beauty journey, right? I will say that I think I am someone who never really got into makeup in a big way until I started watching beauty YouTube, and then I created my own beauty channel. Makeup was always something, and beauty products in general were always something that really interested me. And I've talked in past videos about like walking down the beauty aisles at CVS or Target, being really interested in makeup looks that I would see in magazines and trying to recreate them. But I feel like really around the time of 2016, I started to get heavily into the beauty space, the beauty industry, beauty products, etc. But I really feel as we are about to enter into 2025, you know, almost 10 years later, that I've definitely had an evolution of my makeup, the way that I wear my makeup, the way that I purchase my makeup, the way that I keep my makeup. All of the things have changed so much. So when I was looking back on these videos and thinking about some topics that I could do, I wanted to talk about the beauty products that I no longer buy. Some of these are more makeup related, but some of these are a little bit random. Like I'm gonna start off with talking about shaving cream. I don't buy it. And sometimes I feel really weird saying that. So like if we could just like, someone could like hold my hand while I make this video and tell me like I'm not weird, that would be great. Because sometimes I'll make comments about like, I don't have shaving cream or I don't use shaving cream. And I have people look at me like, how do you shave your legs then if you don't have shaving cream? And I'm like, I don't know. But I really have never been someone that's been into shaving cream. It's always kind of felt like an extra step to me. And it's funny because I will say in the last few years, I feel like that's something I've heard myself say, like, this is an extra makeup step I don't feel like is necessary. Like most recently I can think of talking about like an under eye brightener. I was like, I'm just going to use a concealer that's also brightening. Why do I need to use an under eye brightener and a concealer at the same time? Like it's just an extra step, right? But when I think about it, like shaving cream has never been my friend. And not that like I'm mad at it or I don't like it, I just don't find it necessary. And I feel like I've made it to 37 years old and I've been fine without shaving cream. Is that weird? Is that like the most bizarre thing? I feel like I still shave fine. I feel as though using like moisturizer and body oil after I shower, my legs still feel soft and smooth. I've taken to using some devices. Like I've been using my YouLike device for, I don't know, 2 years maybe. And I feel like that really helps with like stopping like the hair growth and things like that. I feel like I've just made it this far in life without relying on shaving cream, and I don't see myself wanting to buy it in the future. But is that really weird? I feel like we're starting off with a doozy. Is this divisive? Do you buy shaving cream? Do you use shaving cream or not? Okay, next up, maybe this one won't be as weird, but this was in the ride or die makeup tag that I did a while back. And this is like pot gel eyeliner. So again, this is just one of those things that like when I look back in my old videos and how I used to do my makeup, I would do really thick winged liner. And I have winged liner on today. I like winged liner. This is a very similar makeup look to something that I did in my recent Get Ready With Me where I was using my Sephora products. Like I have the Kulfi cream shadow with the eyeliner on today. I just have like a really light makeup look. I'm filming this a little bit later in the day because it's been just a crazy hectic day over here. So I have a pretty light makeup look on, but I still am, right now I'm really liking this winged liner look just with some gel liner. But I'm talking, when I first got on YouTube, I would do really thick black liner, and I loved the Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner. If you are still someone who loves pot liner, I think Sigma does still sell that product, and recommend it if that's the makeup step that you're going for. And I would take I still love their winged liner brush. It's still a favorite of mine. I use it all the time. I used it today. I highly recommend the winged liner brush. But I would make this really thick wing, and then I would also put on really thick false lashes. And those were my vibes. And I wouldn't do my brows, which I have a brow gel in today, so my brows are pretty light as well. So that's kind of reminiscent of those days. Just think like either a really sparkly look or like a full, really like matte blended eye look, thick wing liner, thick false lashes that like went up to my eyebrows that were not filled in at all. I was really a vibe in 2016, let me tell you. But pot gel eyeliner or even like liquid eyeliner, these are just products that I don't buy anymore because I just prefer a gel pencil. I find it really easy. Then I just take my liner brush and that's how I do my eyeliner every day. Okay, this is another one where I think that this is a really popular product, and I feel like right now press-on nails are really having a moment. Like not even now, I'm feeling like in the last year maybe, I want to say, I've been seeing like content creators and influencers do collaborations for press-on nails, but press-on nails are just not something that I buy because getting my nails done is kind of like my one thing that I do for myself, and it's been that way for a very long time. I mean, years ago, even when I was first starting my channel, getting my nails done was kind of like that one thing that I would do in my beauty routine for myself. Even as makeup has kind of evolved and we're starting to have this conversation of being high maintenance so you can be low maintenance. Something like getting your brows and your lashes done can seem high maintenance, but it means when you're actually getting ready, you're low maintenance because you don't need to fill in your brows. You don't need to put mascara on or put false lashes on. But for me, I don't get my brows done. I don't get my lashes done. I haven't dabbled into the world of Botox and fillers yet to kind of make me low maintenance. So the one thing that I can do is get my nails done. I don't have to worry about them. You know, I've kind of evolved from doing like acrylic nails of actually like gluing a nail on to doing what's called like a hard gel nail type of thing. So it's like my real nails, but it just like has a gel over it, if that makes sense. And I go in, I just get my nails done once a month, and it's like I can either do a plain color, like I have my favorite color gray on right now. Sometimes I'll do a design or something kind of fun, but it's the one thing that I know I can take an hour, get my nails done once a month. I have my nails done. I don't have to paint my nails. I don't have to worry about them breaking, cracking. I don't have to be trying, I don't have a lot of patience. So for press-on nails, I feel like for me to take the time to sit there and try to make my nails look perfect and press them all on, I know they've come a long way, and I know people who really, really love their press-on nails, and I love that for them because nails have definitely gotten more expensive. But like I said, it's like my one thing of being high maintenance so I can be low maintenance when it comes to my nail game. Another one that I want to talk about is liquid lipsticks. Definitely in my ride or die makeup tag, in one of them that I did, I talked about like the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. I talked about the ColourPop Ultra Satin lipsticks. I have done a collaboration with O4 Cosmetics and come out with a liquid lipstick because there was a time where liquid lipsticks were my jam. That is all that I was wearing. I was obsessed with O4, I was obsessed with Kat Von D, I was obsessed with ColourPop, Anastasia Beverly Hills. All of those that were coming out with those liquid lipsticks, that is what I was wearing. I will say in the last several years, I feel like I've definitely, you know, kind of trended away. I think that was the word I was looking for. I've trended away from liquid lipsticks. I really like a gloss. I like a lip oil, that sort of thing. So liquid lipsticks is just not something that I buy on the regular anymore. Like I really can't think of the last time that I bought a liquid lipstick for myself. Not saying there's anything wrong with them. I think one of the last times I talked about liquid lipsticks, I had quite a few people say like, you still love this liquid lipstick or you love this one because it stays on all day and it stays on while you work. And that is fantastic. I think there's still a lot of really nice liquid lipsticks out there. It's just for me personally, I'm not really into like so much of a matte lip look these days, and like glosses and lip oils are kind of where it's at for me. But what's also funny, I'm just gonna say this really quick, is and I've said this before, but there's videos from the past where I talk about not understanding lip liner, and I've said it seems like an unnecessary step, and now I can't live without lip liner. I wear lip liner every single day. Like a lip liner, like I don't feel like my makeup look is complete unless I have lip liner on. So, you know, everything always changes, and it's like I always say, it's makeup is not that deep. I could be making this video right now, and next year I could be like, I love all the products that I've said I'm not buying anymore. I could buy stock and shaving cream by this time next year. Okay, this might sound kind of funny, but a lip scrub. So lip scrubs are definitely a thing. You can buy yourself a lip scrub. There's like some products that are out, like some brands that come out with cute products like ColourPop. A lot of times in like some of their collections, I'm thinking like their holiday collection last year had a cute lip scrub. I want to say, was it like Beauty and the Beast or something like that, had a really cute lip scrub. But for me, I think a lip scrub is something that you could easily make at home, but also at the same time, I feel like it's kind of an unnecessary step. I think if you use a good lip oil or good lip treatments throughout the day, like I'm always using a lip treatment at night, the Laneige lip sleeping mask, the Lawless sleeping mask, the Sigma lip mask, anything like that. I feel like it keeps my lips hydrated and moisturized enough. But this past summer, I went to the Hamptons with one of my friends, Norma, who also has a YouTube channel with Vegas-based content. And when we were staying in the Hamptons, she was like, oh, I stopped getting lip filler and I just brush my lips every morning with my toothbrush. And I was like, you do what? And I had never heard of that, but she's like, I think it really makes a difference. And it like exfoliates them, and I think it helps make them plumper. You betcha. I started brushing my teeth morning and night. When I get done brushing my teeth, I just take my toothbrush and I just run it over my lips. I tell you, I think it'd be making a difference as well. And to me, it's like, okay, sure, is brushing your teeth the same as using a lip scrub? No, but I feel like, again, it's just one of those steps that I don't need to do, and it's a product I don't need to buy, especially if I use a good lip mask, taking care of my lips, and then I'm brushing my lips with my toothbrush. It works out. All right, I kind of mentioned this next one when I was talking about the pot gel liner, but false lashes. I really don't purchase a lot of false lashes anymore because I just don't wear them very often. And I think I went through a spell there where I almost felt like guilty for not wearing false lashes. Like I felt not cool enough for not wearing false lashes. And I think I can reflect back and notice a time where I felt really insecure about my makeup looks, and I felt very insecure about being a beauty YouTuber and not wearing false lashes, which sounds, don't get me wrong, this sounds hysterical to be saying out loud, right? Like my insecurity came because I wasn't wearing false lashes. But I remember people saying like, your makeup looks aren't that good because they look incomplete without false lashes, and everybody else wears false lashes, why can't you? And I was like, I feel embarrassed. And then for a while, like I would keep trying to wear false lashes because I was like, I'm gonna do this. And I've talked before about really kind of considering getting lash extensions just to have a little bit more lashes. But I'm someone who, especially over the years, my eyes have gotten super sensitive. I don't know where that's come from, but it's been several years now. I think there's years and years of videos that you will hear me say my eyes are just sensitive. I'm sensitive to certain products. I'm sensitive to certain like certain colors of eyeshadows by certain brands really bother me. Like I've had some really intense eye reactions where quite literally, like graphic content warning, but like I'm pulling like strings of goop out of my eyes when I'm having these eye reactions, and then my eyes are messed up for days. And there's been a few times where I've done videos and I've done like false lashes or something like that, and I've been like, well, I know I'm not gonna be able to film for the next 2 days because I'm gonna have a bad eye reaction. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Like, is it the lashes? Is it the lash glues? Like, I don't know, but something about my sensitive eyes, like even wearing really heavy eye makeup will make my eyes sensitive. Certain mascaras can make my eyes sensitive. And I'm like, okay, you have to stop trying to fit in. I think sometimes that's a hard world of social media that I know people talk about is like wanting to fit in. There's almost a sense of keeping up with the Joneses sometimes when it comes to doing social media, and especially as your full-time job. Like you kind of see what everyone's doing and you see what's working, and if you're not doing it or if it's not working for you, you kind of feel like a little bit like an outlier. And I remember for a long time there, I kept thinking like, I'm just not as like pretty as these other girls, and I'm not as talented as these other girls because of freaking lashes. Like, oh, the way that social media can really play on our, and not even just social media, but I think just like the world today, how we get information, technology, all of the things, that it can really kind of prey on our insecurities. And I think especially as women, it's a huge thing. You know, you go online and you're not pretty enough, your eyes aren't symmetrical enough, your nose is too big, your lips are too big or too small, you're too thin or you're too fat. Like there's so many things that come at you every single day. I especially feel as females that we have all of this pressure to do all of these things and again, kind of keep up with the Joneses type of situation. And for a while I fell into that with false lashes. I really didn't think I was going to talk about lashes for this long, but it's just an insecurity that I've had for a long time. And that's why I've talked about wanting to get lash extensions. But it's so funny because every time that I have mentioned, maybe I'll get lash extensions, like maybe before this trip or this vacation or something like that, my comment section is always full of, don't do it. It's bad for your eyes. It's bad for your natural lashes. Your natural lashes are going to fall out. It's hard to keep up with. And I read those comments and I'm like, you have de-influenced me so many times. The Sam Squad comment section has de-influenced me to get lash extensions over and over again. And I just keep being on my mascara journey and trying new mascaras or shopping the Sephora sale and buying like, what was it, 7 or 8 mascaras in the last Sephora sale? was a vibe. Next one that I want to talk about is self tanner. This is just, again, it's just a product that I don't use anymore. It's a step that I don't use anymore. One thing, I think maybe moving to Las Vegas has had something to do with that. You know, I went from living in Iowa where we have several months of barely any sunshine. And so it's quite hard to get a natural tan. And then again, it kind of goes back with the social standards and what is conceived as pretty online. And that's a whole other topic and segment for itself. But I think for a long time I would fall into kind of like always wanting to be tan. So I would tan myself in the winter. I'd use self tanner in the winter and all of those things. I think moving to Las Vegas where it is sunny a lot more often, and I'm also outside so much. I go on so many walks, and especially when we have really warm weather and I'm just wearing tank tops and shorts, or, you know, sometimes it's so hot I'm walking in shorts and a sports bra. I just naturally get very tan. That's kind of my I guess coloring, I guess I would say, is that I can be outside for a very short amount of time and tan very easily. And I also don't burn very easily, which is quite nice, even though I'm part Irish. I do not burn. So I think that was something that when I moved here, it was like, I really don't feel like I need to do this. Oh, but again, it's one of those things of like, when you really look at social media, I wasn't planning on this video to go into deeper subject, but when you look at like what social media, again, kind of deems as pretty, which is also not a great thing because it's also a very trendy thing. And we see right now what the trends are. We see a lot about Ozempic. We see a lot about the buccal fat or something, like what the people are doing to their face. Even something as simple as like your brows, like really thin brows, really fluffy brows. Like it's always like a different trend of what it is to be pretty. And I think for someone who spends so much time on social media, it can be a very slippery slope. I think about the younger generation and the pressures that they must feel. And I know that I've definitely, you know, as someone who got on social media when I was in my very young 20s and kind of essentially grew up online, I've been able to, as I've done a lot of reflecting the last few years about my life and my career and where I'm at right now, I've been able to see how I've kind of gone with the trends and how easy it is to kind of go with the trends to feel pretty or to want to fit in or to want to be accepted in an online forum, and kind of the dangers that come with that. So I really was not planning to make this like a super deep video, but all of that to say is I don't really self-tan anymore. I'm trying to think the last time that I used a self-tan. I feel like there was like an event or something that I was going to and I was like, I should have a tan. But honestly, I couldn't even tell you what it was. So it might have been like a couple of years ago. But let's move on to something not as serious and talk about hairspray. I can't remember the last time I bought hairspray. I don't use hairspray. You know, sometimes if I'm getting my hair done at the salon, they'll be like, oh, do you want me to use hairspray? Like if they curl my hair or something, they'll be like, do you want me to use hairspray? And I'm like, sure, if you think I need it. But hairspray is not one of those things that I feel like I need. I also am not usually doing my hair in a way that I think that I need hairspray to hold my hair, if you will. I've been on a hair journey for a while and I don't feel like my curls have kind of fallen out. I just went on a walk, so I feel like my hair is like not in the absolute best shape, but I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hair in my last few videos, and thank you so much. I've been on a hair journey for a while now, but I also started incorporating one product. I was telling one of my friends this morning about it. It's from Color Wow. It's like their avocado cream serum or something. I put it in a video, like in a short form video, and said like, I'm gonna be trying out this product. And I think I've been using it now for a month or maybe two. Every time I get out of the shower, it's the first thing that I put into my hair. And I also follow it with the Color Wow Dream Coat spray, and I feel like it has been making a huge difference to my hair. I feel like my hair is not as like frizzy. I feel like it looks more shiny, not like as dry. It also just feels better, and I think that we're like, today I feel like my hair looks longer than it's usually like, right? And it even has, again, like most of my curls have fallen out from yesterday, but like we still have like a little bit of curl in here. I think we're coming a long way from when I first took my hair extensions out almost 2 years ago maybe. But all that to say is I don't really do my hair in the type of way where I feel like I need hairspray, so it's just a product that I don't buy. Another one that I feel like isn't that deep is highlighter. I just don't really wear highlighter anymore, and I'm someone who used to be on that highlight train. I did the full face of highlight challenge. I used to love highlighter. The Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop was mentioned in one of my Ride or Die videos, but highlight is just not a step that I I was gonna say recently, is that what I'm trying to say? It's just not a step that I do very often. I try to, in a weird way, it's like I try to take care of my skin better. I try to have like a good skincare routine, not only with the products that I use, but also how I'm taking care of my body like from the inside, especially with getting a PCOS diagnosis 2 years ago and kind of understanding that's really an underlying factor of my acne. You know, I will have people say like, you have acne because of like this product, or because like you don't wash your brush, or because you have a drawer full of dirty sponges or things like that, when really I've been able to understand and watch my PCOS journey and see that I break out at certain times when to me, my acne comes more from internally than it does from any factors of what I'm putting on my face or products that I'm using. And I've really been able to understand that as I've gotten a better handle on my symptoms, and I've gotten a better handle of like learning about my body. That's something that I've really been able to notice for myself. So that being said, but I also like to use, you know, sometimes like a glowy bronzer or a glowy blush or something along those lines where I still feel like I'm getting like a pretty glowy effect, but it's not like a highlight, because that's just not my jam these days. But again, this time next year, I could be back to doing the full face of highlight challenge, okay? I kind of touched on this a little bit as well, but some beauty products that I just like don't buy is like the Botox fillers, the brow lamination, I was gonna say sculpting. That can't be right. Shaping? Brow shaping. I would like to do a brow shaping. I almost did it the other day. I was in LA and I was at the Grove, and there was some store I was looking at. Maybe it was Nordstrom, and they had like an Anastasia thing there where they like, I think they just like wax, or like, I'm not really exactly sure what they do, but they do like a brow shape. I would really like to do that. But doing like the brow lamination, it's not something that I'm against. It's just that I haven't done it right now. But I really would like to make a video kind of talking about that high maintenance to be low maintenance, because to me, I think brows could be a really big thing. And to have my brows just like done every day, again, it's absolutely not something that I am against. It's just, I don't know if I'm afraid that like I'm gonna love it so much that I'm always gonna do it. I'm like, oh, it's like expensive and like kind of time consuming, where I can just like take a pencil or a brow gel and be really quick with it. And I also don't know if it plays into it of like not getting lash extensions either, because like I do so many mascara reviews, I do brow reviews, and I feel like when you do those treatments, trying to think of what word is best to use, but when you do that, it kind of takes away a step in our makeup routine. It takes away a product that I can be reviewing. But I don't know, I feel like maybe with the way like social media is going with the beauty industry and the beauty videos that we're doing, like, I don't know if I want to say that I feel like maybe beauty reviews aren't as like important these days. There's so much makeup, there's so much good makeup, there's so many people talking about makeup, and sometimes to me it feels like people are more coming to us for like entertainment and like short form content versus like long and like more thoughtful reviews and being like, I've tried this product for 3 months, this is what I think. People really want those kind of like short and snappy reviews. So is it as important to be like reviewing brow products and mascaras? Would it be better if I just started, you know, getting those done? I don't know. And then when it comes to like Botox and fillers is really not something that I'm interested in getting, just because I'm not comfortable with injecting something that's going to stay into my face right now. It's not my personal, I don't care what anybody does to their body. I will forever say that, like, as long as you're like making good decisions, of course. It's just, for me personally, I don't love the thought of that. Like the migrating, like it's not something that I personally feel comfortable doing to myself right now. I've definitely thought about Botox. I've definitely thought about Botox for my TMJ, especially over the last maybe like 8 months or so. My TMJ has gotten so bad, like lockjaw essentially. Like my jaw be, like every once in a while, like it'll be quiet and I'll be like going to eat something and my jaw will pop, and Ashley, my girlfriend, will be like, was that your mouth? I'm like, it sure was. So, you know, I've definitely thought about things like that. It really just comes down to the fact that I'm a scaredy cat. I mean, I'm someone who gets like a lot of tattoos, but at the same time, I'm like scared to have like needles in my face, but I'm never saying never. I think I've said it the last like 3 years. I'm like, this is the year I'm going to get Botox for the first year. And then I'm like, I'm scared. I'm scared. But as of right now, there are beauty products and treatments that I haven't done yet for myself, but I'm looking at that. Maybe brows though. I don't know if you've done like brow lamination or brow, you know, anything like that, like let me know what you think of it. Or maybe I should just start with the brow shaping and go from there. Alrighty, I think that we are almost done. Okay, full size expensive fragrance. I like that I put expensive on my list as well. So fragrance is definitely a super hyped category right now. I actually just had a call today with YouTube and like some of the like shopping brand partners and all of that, and we had a call with Joe Malone, and we were just kind of learning a little bit more about fragrance, about the brand, about their products, about holiday and things like that. But fragrance is definitely a very hot topic right now. And for me, I've been saying for like 2 years that I want to be more of a fragrance girly, and I feel like I'm like slowly getting there and slowly getting there. I'm kind of building up my fragrance collection, really understanding what I like and what I feel like works for me. But for me, fragrance is still so expensive to buy a full size, and I don't go through products quickly enough for me to be able to justify that. Again, everyone is different. Everyone has their own personal things that they love, that they don't love, that they prefer to spend their money on, that they would never spend their money on, and that sort of thing. So I know for a lot of people it makes sense to buy those full sizes, especially if there's like a sale or something, then great. But for me, it just makes more sense to buy a travel size fragrance. And in my last Sephora haul, I bought the Fleur Mood Ring, and I bought it in a travel size fragrance, and those were great for me. I also travel a ton and I'm always on the go. And so it's great for me to be able to just throw something small into my bag, especially if I'm doing like shorter trips and I'm not checking a bag. I don't have to worry about like liquids going through TSA and that sort of thing. And I also just feel like I get more use out of them. Sure, sometimes you can look at it and be like a full size or a bigger size has more value of product to cost, but sometimes for me it makes more sense to not spend as much and get a shorter amount of product and actually go through it, and then I can, you know, rebuy it again. Maybe if I love something so much I can get a full size. But pretty much for me, I've always been all about the travel size fragrances, and it's working out well for me. Maybe some of these in here could be for longer conversations for other videos, maybe a get ready with me or something like that. But if I said anything in particular that you're like, oh, I'd really like some more explanation on that, or to hear your thoughts, or like, let's have a conversation about it. I always enjoy getting your comments, especially when it comes to topics like these. Like, I'm super curious what beauty products you no longer buy. You know, I know we talked a little bit about social media and some of the standards that, you know, we can try to like kind of keep up with. And I would be really interested to get to know your thoughts, or if you want any like part 2s from this video, please do let me know. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.